Just talk louder.
So 1 month review. Hi, welcome to 151 Garage. I'm Sean.
I'm Jill.
And we're doing a 1 month owner's review. So I haven't driven it that much. I drove for 3 days unsupervised. After that, it's all been supervised visits. That's it. That's the way childhood happens sometimes. The wife takes over. You cannot be with the kids ever again. This included. Now, no, our angle for the camera is not off. We actually parked the front in a largest hole we can find in Florida, which happened to be right next to our house.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. So the front is in the hole. This is considered off-roading. If my brother's watching, this is off-roading. For whatever you can in Florida. There isn't really a whole lot of holes in Florida or mountains, but this is as close as we can get.
Next to the landfill. No, I'm
yeah,
kidding.
next to the landfill. We're not allowed there. They kicked us out when we tried to go up there. Some of the things that we mentioned before for the vehicle for the 1 week review, we've been able to look at it, and we've actually put about 1,000 miles on this, just shy of 1,000 miles on this vehicle in the last month. Again, we don't drive a lot for each vehicle. We kind of spread them out through all. We have 4 vehicles now, so we spread the wealth out between all the vehicles, minus my 4Runner. God bless its soul. It freaking has 160,000 miles in it right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I didn't know I had that many.
Oh yeah. I drive it like 500 miles a week. So that's why I didn't want to do it to this one. First off, do you still like driving the vehicle? Do you still glad you bought it?
Very glad I bought it. It still handles very well. I love the suspension being comfortable. It absorbs a lot. The nannies are still, I love them. They're almost a necessity, especially down here in Florida because you got so many bad drivers. It's just necessary.
Yeah, she mentioned before off camera that the crash avoidance system
Yeah.
actually is kicked in a lot of times for some of the places in Florida. People cut you off and slam on their brakes to try to get into a turn before they miss it.
Yeah,
Don't worry about the people behind you. And
yeah, the rear end can take care of itself. It's what's in front of you that you need to worry about. But if you ever had the crash avoidance kick on, you'll be familiar with this. But the ones that haven't had that happen yet, the way it works is if the vehicle senses that somebody is like too close to you in the front, it will apply the brakes, and it depends on how fast you're going and how close that object is, it will put the nose down even harder. And that's what happened going to get something done to this. Somebody cut me off and slammed on their brakes, and it just stopped.
And it'll flash something on the screen.
Yeah, it'll have like a red flash thing. And they'll have like 2 cars with like a zigzag thing for crash avoidance.
So it's a good thing, especially in Florida. If anybody lives in Florida that's watching, you'll understand what we talk about.
Yeah.
Everybody brings the rules from wherever state they live in to Florida, which don't really mix sometimes, or country. Yeah, there's a lot of tourists in here. We do live in southern Florida, which has an enormous amount of tourists because we live near Miami and such, Fort Lauderdale, the Keys. We do have a lot of people traveling through, especially on 95 and some of the places like that. They just do whatever they want, whenever they want.
Yeah, it's like traffic signs or suggestions to a lot of people.
As far as comfortable inside and everything like that, you still like that, correct?
Yeah, it's still very comfortable. It's a very good ride still. I don't think really the novelty of having a new vehicle will really wear off anytime soon. I say that now, watch, I'll be like, ugh. Yeah. But no,
when we get the Bronco, the novelty will wear off. Hey, we got a new novelty.
No.
That'll be 2027, so that'll be 6 years from now.
I know if you ever get your email. But yeah, I still absolutely love it. There's really nothing bad about it that I have anything to say. I still love it. I'm glad I bought it. And I can't wait to take it really off-road. This is just minor off-roading, but really off-roading. To like different parts of the country and see what it can do.
Now, one of the questions I've had for you, and the viewers might have too, especially people who are looking at the Bronco. Now, you have all the GOAT modes. We obviously haven't been able to do a lot of the GOAT modes on it, like your rock crawl and mud and slippery, even though it does get slippery here. It's not ice or anything like that. It's usually rain. you have messed with the sport mode versus, it normally kicks in normal mode, right?
Yeah,
So
anytime that you stop the vehicle, whatever mode it's in, if you stop the car, turn it off, get out, get back in, turn it back on, it's going to go default to normal.
now they do have an eco mode, which is basically changes all your throttle maps and shifting maps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously it keeps you good for gas,
Yeah.
especially like cities and stuff like that. If you want to save for gas, that would be the one you want. Now in her case, I suspect she's been in sport mode quite often in that one.
Actually, no, I try and keep it in eco, but I have tried the sport mode a few times. Boy, howdy, man. Hey, I saw that. But let me tell you, sport mode is really, really, really fun. I mean, this thing really can haul ass, honestly.
Now, obviously, we haven't done this before the 500-mile mark because we did want to make sure it was kept nice for the break-in period. We didn't want to gun it or do any kind of variations where it's going to damage the engine or hurt the suspension.
Definitely after the 500-mile mark. But it's totally different because my little Fiat actually has a sport mode, and the Fiat is a lot different than what this is as far as how they each react, I guess, if you want to put it that way, their behaviors. So with the Fiat, when you put that little guy in sport mode, you can feel the suspension stiff, the steering gets stiffer, and it just feels, it's like how this one is normally, it feels tighter. With this one, sport mode, it's just like, whew, it's almost like cheetah.
Now, the one thing I remember from the Bronco is the Bronco Badlands Edition, like this is the Bronco Sport Badlands Edition, the Bronco Badlands Edition does not have sport mode. It has rock crawl and it has Baja, where if you bought the Wild Tracks, it has the Baja and the Sport. It does not have rock crawl. I gave up the sport mode to gain the Baja. We'll have to see if that's worth it.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we?
That's something I'll have to, I'm sure I won't really worry about it because I won't shift it every time to whatever. Since it does automatically shift to or start in normal mode, that's something I've never really messed with. I don't change it. Again, I don't drive this enough to actually give my opinion. I do drive it enough to actually find some quirks that I found out, which we'll show up some of those later. Yeah, we'll do a
whole video on that because we seen one and it was okay. The guy just went a little bit too quick, but yeah, we found some really neat things and some other tricks that we found out with this thing. We'll have to show you later on.
Yeah, so
what it can do.
Some unique.
And it's all involved with the key fob.
Some unique features that this has that a lot of people don't see. I've never seen it anywhere else, and we'll bring it up probably next week or the week after. Next week we're going to do a lot of the hidden features that are on here that you don't really notice. We did watch a couple videos, but they went through it so quick, and you really didn't focus on those items, and we'll bring those up.
Or they weren't even in the camera itself to even see what they were.
Yeah. Also, if you have noticed, or if you've watched this video before, we have tinted the windows on this. This is pretty much one of our first major upgrades for the vehicle. We did do ceramic. We will tell you why, and we'll show you basically the difference between ceramic
and just
regular tint and no tint whatsoever. We will bring that up to you next week. Since we just did this, we're
not allowed to roll down the windows yet because it's still curing.
Yeah, we didn't want to mess with it right now. We only drove it this way to actually get it out. Basically get it out and get it moving.
Yeah, so we have 3 to 5 days to wait for the tint to cure. But yeah, I mean, she still handles like a dream. I absolutely love it. Yes, I still drive my little death trap on wheels. It is a little death trap on wheels, don't argue. But yeah, I'll put the miles on that instead of this. So I try and drive this at least one time a week just to keep the fluids going because vehicles are not meant to sit, they're meant to be driven. If you don't drive a vehicle very often, things happen. So I try and drive this thing at least once a week and our big truck once a week. And the Fiat, I'm gonna drive that until it dies.
Yeah, put the mileage on that while we can. After 1 month, you do like the vehicle.
Yes.
You glad you purchased it?
Yes.
Can't wait for the Bronco to come out, can you?
No.
Okay, I can't either. We want both of them. We want to have fun with both of them, especially to go traveling around and stuff. Now, for me, I've only driven this a few times, maybe half a dozen, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
I've actually absolutely loved it. It's actually comfortable. First couple days, I didn't really like the comfort too much, but again, once you get the seat situated where you want. Of course, I have a fuse back. That's kind of a bad thing to have when you're trying to get the car comfortable. So
Yeah.
after a while, it is very nice. Now I am 6'2". I have tons of room above me, so unless you're like 9 feet tall, this thing will fit you. As
Oh
small as it looks
yeah.
on the outside, it's a big package on the inside.
It's very roomy. Don't let the small size really deceive you, because it's very roomy on the inside. And that's what some of the guys that were looking at the Broncos, some of the bigger guys, even bigger than him, they were concerned about. Yeah, I might not fit in there. I'm like, dude, you'll fit.
Yeah,
You'll fit.
this thing has more room than my 4Runner and my
Truck.
F-150 or F-350 does.
Yeah.
So it really is exceptional room inside, especially with the Safari type roof in the back where it goes up. If you're looking at one of these, so far we like it. We're not biased towards one particular brand or another. Obviously, we own 2 Fords. We're going to own 3 here sometime this millennia, I think, maybe.
Well, technically we own 3. Did you
Well,
forget
yeah,
Susan?
we own
We'll
3.5.
have 4
We'll own
soon.
3.5. Susan's kind of a half of one right now, so we own a 4Runner and we're going to own a Fiat. I love the 4Runner. She loves the Fiat, so we're not biased against one brand or another. If we didn't like it, we'd tell you we made a big freaking mistake. But again, we like it. We encourage people to go buy it. At least go look at it. You'll be surprised, especially going from this vehicle to, say, for instance, a 4Runner or other vehicles such as this, your Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be surprised at how nice this is and how much room this actually has inside versus the other vehicles like that. So please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We will be doing a video for the 6 month and probably 1 year, and after that we'll do it periodically. You'll see us with this a lot. This is part of the channel now anyways.
Yeah.
Along with the Bronco when we finally get it, and the other vehicles if we ever do anything with them now.
Yeah.
Eventually we will. Susan, I want to work on her again. If you guys haven't seen that one, it's the rat rod that's usually behind us on the other videos. I've been so busy I haven't worked on that, so it'll be fine. But again, thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.